Good morning, everyone. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Government of Ontario, our Premier Doug Ford, and our Minister of Economic Development and Job Creation and Trade, Vic Fedeli. I'll give you a little bit of information about Ontario's ecosystem, and then we dive into a little bit of sector information as we talked yesterday about an AI, technology, green energy, just to name a few, and the semiconductor industries also as well. Ontario represents almost 40% of the Canadian GDP and 40% of the Canadian population. We have people from 150 countries. We speak more than 200 languages. And I always say, if you really want to see the United Nations, come to Toronto, come to Ontario. We are the economic powerhouse of Canada. If Ontario were a country, we will be the third largest trading partner in the world with the US. Our bilateral trade with the US is about $347 billion. If you translate that into Canadian, that's almost $450 billion. And that means that every day, $1 billion of trade going back and forth between Ontario and the US. That is the economic powerhouse that Ontario is. And how do we achieve it? Our colleges and universities produce more than 65,000 STEM graduates. And this is the reason we have the second largest tech cluster in Ontario and the second largest fintech cluster in Ontario also as well. And we talked a lot yesterday about AI. On the AI perspective, the godfather of AI and the deep learning, Jeffrey Hinton, is from Toronto, from Ontario. And the Vector Institute is one of the largest institutes in the world who is developing the AI and AI technologies. During the COVID world, we see a lot of supply chain interruptions, especially on the semiconductors, on the chip manufacturing side. We just, about 3 weeks ago, hosted a lot of researchers from the University of Ontario, University of Toronto, University of Kitchener-Waterloo, and some other Canadian universities. And then we met with the researchers and developers on the semiconductor side, on the research and development from University of Austin and University of Dallas. And then we also met with a lot of companies on the semiconductor side, especially had a tour of Samsung plant in there. University of Waterloo is really the leading institute on quantum computing. And just a fun fact is that 19% of all the tech companies launched in Canada are alumni from University of Waterloo. Ontario is also leading into next economy, the new economy. This is the new economy on the electric vehicle, connected autonomous vehicle, critical minerals, and smart mobility. We have seen more than $25 billion investment on the EV and EV manufacturing or battery manufacturing in Ontario. Namely, in March, the Volkswagen just announced one of the largest gigafactory in St. Thomas in Ontario. Not only the EV side, to have the batteries, we need critical minerals. And Ontario's, if you Google it, Ring of Fire in the northern Ontario has the largest deposit of not only critical minerals, but also rare earth metals also as well. In fact, in the mining side, there is 1,100 companies in the mining side registered on TSX and Toronto Venture Exchange also as well. That almost represents 40% of the world mining companies that are listed on TSX. Especially we talked about a little bit on the green energy side. On the energy transition, we are leading in the clean tech side. Nobody talked about nuclear yet. Let me just give you a little bit of information on where Ontario is on the nuclear side. Our grid is 94% clean. 60% come from nuclear, 34% come from solar, wind, and biofuels and hydroelectric. And we are the only one in G7 countries that are developing SMR technology. And we have just one will be ready in 27, 28, and we're developing 3 more in 2035. We have planned to see in 2035 to 2045 how to stabilize the electric grid. So why is SMR? SMR technology is cheaper. It is modular. It can be produced in a factory, and especially is a good thing that can take into remote areas. It can be scaled up. Maximum is 300 megawatt. So 300 megawatt is responsible, or I can say light up to 300,000 homes, and it can be scaled down to 100 megawatt. But we are also looking at 5 megawatt to 50 megawatt SMRs, standalone off-grid nuclear energy to stabilize the grid also as well. We just signed an MOU with Tennessee Valley Authority to further develop SMRs and synthesizers from Poland also as well. And that's on the nuclear side. But we are not using only nuclear to power the grid. We are the second largest producer in the world for medical isotopes. These medical isotopes are used for cancer research and also disinfecting a lot of medical equipments. And the second thing we are developing on the clean tech sector is hydrogen. Green hydrogen in Niagara Falls, that's what we're working on. And the third one on the clean tech side we are also working on is energy storage. Ontario is home to one of the largest energy storage projects. It's called Project Oneida. That's in the northern Ontario. And so basically what happens during the night, we store the energy, and during the day when it's needed, it's released into the ecosystem. And the fourth one that is we're just developing right now is the pump hydroelectric power. So basically what happens is that from the lower level, the water is pumped to the highest level, and during the day when the electricity is needed, is released to produce electricity. So when you see that Ontario's innovation and ecosystem is one of the largest in the world, and Ontario's innovation system is thriving, and that fosters entrepreneurial spirit, technological advancement, and economic growth. And I invite all of you to come and visit Ontario and see firsthand as to what we are developing, where we're going, and especially we talked at the panel about P3 modeling also as well. Ontario actually leading on the P3 model also as well, and we want you to come and see it. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good day. Thank you.